Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing good today. I thought I would do a video right now as there has actually been quite a few updates regarding the men's team. Obviously big up to you guys that did watch my show this morning quite a while ago about the women's team, as they did make a new signing. So obviously I really appreciate your support on that show. But yeah, there has been updates regarding Gyokeres. I'm going to talk about a few of the other players too, as there has been quite a few things to obviously discuss. So big up to you guys that will be joining me today when I'm chatting about Arsenal, Gyokeres. And like I said, please do subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Please do smash the likes too while you're watching my show. But yeah, like I said, there's so much to go through today with Gyokeres. I mean, I'm happy there are some updates. I'm happy that things are developing in the right direction. So yeah, like I said, send me in your questions, your thoughts, all of that. I'll probably be on here for about 40 minutes a day, seeing how the show goes. But yeah, big up you guys that will be watching my show today. Like I said, let me know your thoughts on the Gokra situation. But there has been some updates. So last time I did a video on Gokras, there was an update about him that things had been agreed and things have obviously been going in the right direction. But today I did hear obviously that the situation with Gokras did become quite tense because Sporting were asking for more than what they were not what Arsenal have already given them. Sporting wanted them to be almost guaranteed 10 million euros, and Arsenal already went over what they wanted to pay. So I think they are being quite yeah, they really want more money from what we're giving him, obviously. But at the moment, since that there has been another update as well, it does seem as though it is going to happen as well. I think there has been agreement since I've done that, which is obviously really good. It does look like Gokras is going to travel to London on Friday for a medical, which is all booked, and that is the latest on that, which is obviously really good to hear because you do have your worries about Sporting because they do want more money, and it is getting quite frustrating now with that. So I'm just happy that Arsenal are hopefully just getting this one over the line because it has been a very stressful situation. For both sides, for Arsenal, it's been very frustrating, to be honest with you, because we want him and we need him at our club, and we're putting our focus on him now. So I feel like it does need to happen sooner than later. But yeah, obviously that is the latest, pretty much, that with Gokres, that we have obviously I think we've agreed something now with him, which is obviously quite good. I just want to go through your comments. Big up Daniel. Good evening, Soph, and hope he signs soon. Yeah, I think it's looking quite promising at the moment. Obviously he's getting his medical on Friday, from what I've heard, which is obviously good news to hear. I mean, obviously I want him to sign, I want him to get his medical done and sign for Arsenal sooner than later. So yeah, I'm really happy to hear this news. I think it's the news that we all want to hear. So yeah, I'm happy that the saga is going to be over soon because I'm really frustrated. I think we're all quite tired, and I think when he will actually sign for Arsenal, that is going to be a really big relief because like I said, we had to wait, we had to be patient, and it has been a big waiting game because a lot of us don't think have been sure if we are going to get him, is it going to happen? So I think, like I said, it is a massive relief, and I'm obviously really happy that he's going to be here at Arsenal's medicals on Friday. Like I said, according to quite a few sources, it says it has been quite a tense situation regarding Gokras, and it has been quite difficult, with the possibility of it collapsing. But Arsenal and Sporting have sealed a deal for Gokras, so this one is going to happen, which I think is really exciting. And medical will be on Friday, which is good. It's developing at quite a quick rate, which is exactly what we want to happen. So yeah, I'm obviously really excited for this to happen. I think we're going to be all really happy when he does join Arsenal. He is a sign that Arsenal need. He is a player that needs to come to Arsenal for us to improve, keep strengthening, and yeah, we need him to come to Arsenal. So as much as we've had our doubts and been worried about that situation collapsing, I think it's good now to know that it is sealed. It is pretty much a done deal. It's just about waiting now to see when he will come to Arsenal. So yeah, I'm really excited to have him at Arsenal. I think we're just gonna have to wait now for him to get his medical on Friday. So yeah, like I said, guys, that is obviously the latest on Gyokeres. Obviously, if you're watching this, please do obviously send in your questions, your thoughts. Obviously, I know there's about 13 of you, so please do make sure you are smashing that like button, and obviously, make sure you are subscribing to my channel. I'm going to be speaking about quite a few players. Obviously, Gyokeres is the big one today, but I'm going to be speaking about quite a few different players. So yeah, obviously Gyokeres, like I said, Fabrizio Romano did say about the situation was tense. Sporting keep asking for more and more. But so far, it seems like the medical is going ahead on Friday, which I think we can all be very, very happy with, and I'm obviously excited about. Big up Arsenal fan who says can't wait to see him play for Arsenal. Yeah, I'm excited about that too. I think he's going to be a great sign, and when he officially signs, I think we can all relax knowing that we've got a great player. Big up to Tyrell Gunner TV, and big up Sophie, big up yourself. I hope you're doing good. Always good to see you in the chat. So yeah, there has been so many updates I'm going to actually go through now. Obviously, Gyokeres is going to be the main topic of conversation because at the moment he's the player that we all want, and he's the player that is probably, you know, going to be signed, going to get his medical done pretty soon. Like I said, I'm expecting Madueke to be obviously signed pretty soon, but so far this is the latest situation. With Eze, I did want to speak about that. It seems as though Arsenal are still interested in Eze. I did want to read something that I did find out today on Twitter. According to Sammy and Mokbel, any suggestions that Crystal Palace would accept any low offer than Eze's release course is false. There's a part of me that wonders whether that stance will relax ever so slightly towards the end of the window. So I think Arsenal are definitely gonna. I think we're interested in. Um, we're definitely going to hear things happen for sure with that deal, but like I said, so much is happening at the moment. I think we're just going to have to see what happens. I mean, obviously, it's just so much is going on at the moment. It's absolutely crazy. Obviously Gyokeres, you know, I'm checking Twitter. He's definitely getting his medical at all booked, so we can relax with that. With Eze, I think we're gonna have to see what happens after the Gyokeres situation because, like I said, things are gonna develop, things are gonna change over these next few days. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Like I said, there's so much going on, and it's hard to keep up really. But like I said, it's definitely an exciting time for obviously all these teams to see what is going on. But yeah, with Eze, I definitely think Arsenal possibly have a money situation on their hands, but I think we're going to have to see, you know, what will happen with that. But I hope we can get that obviously over the line, and obviously, Gyokeres needs to be that sign that we need to make for sure. Um, I just want to go through your questions. Big up Terra Gunner TV who says hearing news about Gyokeres that has been out last. Yeah, obviously, pretty much what I've said is going to happen. I think at the moment. I think he's having some medical on Friday, so I'm really excited for that. Big up to True Guna. Hope you're good. Good soon. The chat will definitely have to do a video again soon. Keep doing all your good stuff on your channel. But yeah. Like I said, Gyokeres medical is set to happen on Friday. Obviously, we don't know if that's true. I hope it's true, but you know, we'll have to see what happens with that. But that looks quite positive, really, doesn't it? With that happening, I hope it does happen. That would be incredible, and I'd be so excited for that. But yeah, I wanted to speak obviously about a few other players as well. You know, according to the Gunner blog, Arteta values both Martinelli and Trossard, but if a sale could unlock a deal for one of Arsenal's targets, that could change things. As yet, no significant development. So, obviously, at the moment, I've been speaking about Trossard. I've been speaking about Martinelli quite a bit. So nothing has obviously happened at the moment. I definitely think there are clubs interested in both of these players, but as I said, there's not been any deals. There's not really been any more developments, which is interesting to me. And I do want Trossard to stay. I think if money came in for Martinelli, you would have to take it. If it's, you know, a big chunk of money, if it's like 40 million. Obviously, I do obviously want us to get Eze. That's the priority for me this summer. So I understand if Arteta did move on some of these players to, you know, bring in some other players. So I don't have a problem with that, to be fair. I think if that's going to happen, it'll happen. And we'll definitely have to see what will happen in these upcoming days. Like I said, this window is crazy. It's you can't relax any minute. There's new news every day. It's just going wild at the moment. But yeah, I'm definitely interested to see what will develop with that. Obviously, I have spoken about this player a few times, but Christian Mosquera, who is set to join Arsenal, who has agreed to join Arsenal, he did say his goodbye to his Valencia teammates ahead of his move. He did say that he was feeling sad about leaving, but he's also excited to come to Arsenal. Um, so yeah, obviously this fee I think is around 20 million euros, which I think is very exciting. I think that's very cheap. I think Arsenal this summer, as much as we could say many things about Arsenal, we have done things on the cheap. We have done things very good, which I'm really happy about. I think the club are doing really well, going in the right direction with that. So yeah, for me, I think it's great Arsenal are doing things on the cheap. According to some sources, it has said that he departed from Valencia Airport in a private plane around 7:30 local time, travelling to London to undergo his medical, sign a long-term contract at Arsenal. And Arteta has been key in the move personally, spoke to the players. So, like I said, Mosquera, he's going to be that backup that we need. That is going to be pretty much a done deal. So yeah, he's going to get his medical soon. He's traveling to London. So there's so much happening this week. It's all going so fast, and I think that's amazing because we do need to be making big moves this summer in order for us to win the league next season, in order for us to be successful. So yeah, I'm obviously really excited about him coming to Arsenal. It's about 23, I think it's around 23 million in UK money, so it's 20 million euros. So, yeah, I think that's a great signing for sure. I'm excited to see how he will do. I mean, he's going to be a backup player. He's not obviously going to sort of be a starter. We know if Gabriel or Saliba has an injury, he will step in and do that job. But for me, I'm personally really excited. I'm also quite intrigued to see how he's going to do at Arsenal. Obviously, I hope he absolutely smashes it. I do perhaps get the idea that if he's coming in, that means perhaps Kivior is going to be going out, and I think Arsenal need to generate some money in some sort of way. So I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to be surprised if this is going to happen. But ultimately, we just have to bring in the right players, and we have to generate some money in some way. So I think if Kivior is going to go, I'm not going to be surprised now. It does seem as though he isn't really part of Arteta's future anymore. I know he was at the start, but I don't think that that is the case anymore. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting, obviously, what will develop in these upcoming days. Like I said, there's so much happening with this window, and yeah, I'm enjoying obviously chatting about it because it's really exciting. Obviously, the Gyokeres one, I really hope that can go through. That can happen, of course. But big up to you guys, obviously, that are watching this. I know there's quite a lot of you watching this, so I really appreciate your support. Don't forget to send in any questions you have or any thoughts you have about Gyokeres, any of Arsenal signings. Of course, please do, like I said, smash the likes on this as well, and do subscribe here too as I'm chatting away. Um, so yeah, there has been a lot of news developing. I'm sure there's going to be even more developing in these upcoming days, which I think is so exciting. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. But yeah, with Mosquera, that'll happen pretty soon. I'm not sure when that'll be announced, but like I said, he's flying to London, and that is gonna be done pretty soon, which I'm very very excited about. I'm really intrigued to see him come to Arsenal, and I have heard as well if we weren't going to get him this summer, we were going to get him next summer anyway. So yeah, I think as well as I mentioned Kivior, like I don't know how much money we're going to generate for him because I think it's going to be quite difficult to get a big amount for him. I feel as though we could possibly get 20, 25 million, a bit more. I don't know. It's so hard because he's obviously done a really good job stepping in when Gabriel couldn't, and I think I think because of that we'll probably get more money for him. So yeah, I'm hoping that he can obviously do really well and help us with that money situation. Big up Ashik, good to see you. I hope you're good. Always good to see you in the chat. So I hope you're good. Isaac can come in. Yeah, I did see Liverpool. I saw Liverpool want to go for him, and I'm like, I'm not surprised by that at all because I think Liverpool are acting smart. They're doing the right things this window. So yeah, I think Liverpool are actually going to go for Eberechi now. I have heard that. I don't think Newcastle want to sell Isaac, and I don't blame them, to be honest with you, because he's amazing. But obviously, it's interesting to see what's obviously developing in these upcoming days, like it's been crazy this window so far. But yeah, so with Mosquera, like I said, we're gonna see what happens with that. That'll be, I'm pretty sure we get his medical soon, announcement possibly next week. I have heard something. I don't know how true this is, guys. I have heard about Fabio Vieira, who we actually do need to get some money for him this summer. Like I said, I don't know how much money we would get for Vieira this summer because I think it's going to be. I don't think we're going to get a big amount, maybe 15 million, 10, 15 million, possibly. Fabio Vieira could be set for some move away from Arsenal, with sources revealing that his agent is actively working on finding a solution around Europe. So I think we do need to get as much money as we can for Vieira because we all know it's not worked out of him, and it's a shame because I think he had quite high hopes when he came to Arsenal, and I was really hoping that he would do really well here. But like I said, some things just don't work out, and that's just life, isn't it? And I think, to be honest with you, I feel like he was. I think his physicality was too weak in that midfield, and I think that's why we really struggled. Um, so I feel as though if we can get a bit of money for him, I don't know where he would go. I know he's been at Porto for a bit. It's difficult to see where he would go now. But like I said, I wish Vieira all the best. And yeah, I just think we need to move a lot of these players on. I've seen the Congo as well. I'm pretty sure he's been training with Arsenal. We need to move him on too. There is a lot of players we need to generate some money for, to be honest with you guys, because if we want to bring in Eze, we have to generate money. We have to get some money, have to get some fees for him. Obviously, like I said, I think we all kind of know Rodrigo is definitely feels like a more of a dream. It doesn't. I don't think with Rodrigo it's going to happen. I wish it would happen, but that one definitely feels more of a reality as well. So yeah, I do really hope that we are going to sell some of these players because I think we all know if we have Gyokeres, Eze, and the players we have now, we are having a great summer window. But ultimately, we do need to flog some of these players. We need to move some players on. We need to generate money, and that's exactly what Arsenal needs to do. If because we spent quite a bit so far. Obviously, we spent quite a bit on Gyokeres. Obviously, a lot of these players we've brought in have been quite cheap. So I think that's pretty like I'm okay with that. But obviously, Madueke has been about 52 million. Gyokeres has been quite a bit. So yeah, I just feel as though if we are struggling with the money situation, we need to generate some money in some way. So for me, this has got to happen. It really does. And yeah, we just have to sell some of our players. Like I said, to Arsenal went over 60 million euros. I think we paid about 70 euros for Gyokeres around that sort of price. So we definitely need to generate some money. Reece Nelson has also been someone that has been obviously in conversations. I've been looking on Twitter about this as well. Obviously, I'll find this bit of information I saw about him as well. Um, so yeah, according to a resort, Simon Collins, who is a sports reporter, he has said that Reece Nelson has previously been of interest to Crystal Palace, which could prove useful givens for Arsenal with their interest in Eze. So obviously, I don't think we would do a swap for Reece Nelson for Eze because I don't think that would happen. But do you think we could make? Do you think that could be a part of a deal? We'll give them so much money and they can have Reece Nelson. I think we all know Reece Nelson isn't going to be part of Arsenal's future. Reece Nelson is someone that we do need to move on. He's had his time here; it just hasn't worked out, unfortunately. So I think we can obviously hope we can generate more money for this and for these sort of players because I think we've got players like Zinchenko who we can get quite a bit of money for. I think with Zinchenko, I think we could probably get about 20, 15 to 20 million. Obviously, Tomiyasu's gone, that's another player out. Kivior, I'd say about 20 million as well, which obviously 40. I think we've got other players like Jesus here. I think we'll keep Jesus, to be honest with you. I think that's what Arteta's going to do. Obviously, like I said, Kivior will get a bit of money for him. So yeah, trying to think who else. I think the Conga, Vieira. There's definitely quite a few players here that we could really generate some money for. Like, I mean, if Eze is 60 around, I don't know how much Eze is. 68 million, I think. So I think we can definitely generate money for him. I really think we can. I just think that if we really want him, we have to be ruthless. We have to get rid of some of our players who might be important for us. But I think defensively, I don't have too many concerns because I think ultimately we have quite a strong defensive unit. We've got Ben White as a backup. We've got Mosquera. We've got Calafori. So we do have a lot of players that can step in. So I'm obviously not too worried. I just wanted to say big up to Luke who says Northampton Town nil first 2-0 loss. I'm sorry to hear that. Big up Luke anyway. Good to see you in here. Obviously, big up to all you guys that are watching this. As I said, I'm just going through all the news that's happened today because you know it has developed quite a lot really. So many things has happened, and yeah, I'm obviously excited to see what is going to happen after this, like what's going to develop. There's going to be more things that will obviously develop and happen, which I think is very exciting for Arsenal. I'm going to read out pretty much as much news as I can about Arsenal. But I think with Eze, I think we're going to focus on Gyokeres first, and then we'll think of Eze because I just want Gyokeres to come first. I want that to be done. I don't know if you guys heard this. I don't know how obviously reliable this is, but I have heard that Bayern Munich will go head to head with Arsenal to sign Eze. I know Bayern Munich have also been interested in Trossard, so I'm definitely interested to see what they're going to do on that. I do definitely think we need to just get Eze, pay what we need to pay, get it done. Like I said, if money is a problem, I understand that, but we just need to honestly be ruthless, sell some of these players, get what we can for them, because at the end of the day, if we miss out on Eze, and I don't think we're going to get, if we miss out on Eze and don't get Rodrigo, that is a really big loss. For us, isn't it, really going into next season because we need to strengthen our squad as much as we can. We know what we have right now isn't enough for us to get us over the line because if we're being honest, I know Gyokeres is going to happen. He absolutely improves our front line, but with Madueke, we need more improvements. We need more players that can really step up and improve this Arsenal side. So Eze, for me, is that guy that could really do that for us. So we do need to make sure we are generating money. We are keep doing what we're doing and keep improving every day and seeing what we can get for these players. Because I think there's so many players that I just think are done at Arsenal. I mean, I know Trossard and Martinelli have been obviously a big topic of conversation. So I know at the moment, like I said, I read out before that there has been discussions, not much has happened at this moment. But if Arsenal needs to generate money, they will sell perhaps one of them. So yeah, I do feel interested by that, obviously, to see what will happen. I do think we need to make sure that we are improving our team next season because, like someone said before, with Liverpool, if they're going to bring in Etiquette, obviously I don't think Isak will happen for them. But if they're going to keep improving and bringing in stronger players, then I feel like we have got to exactly do that as well. We've got to get better when they're getting better. So yeah, I just feel like we need to make sure we're doing our thing, we're strengthening as well. We're obviously improving in our team, and yeah, I just really hope that we can bring in the right players this summer. But I do think we need to see more outgoings happening because I think a lot of us pretty much know now that we need money for Eze. If we want to get Eze, we need to get money, money to get him. And Eze, that deal has to be done soon for me. I really hope we can get him. I really do. It has to happen for me. I'd be gutted if we missed out on Eze, I really would, but I wouldn't be surprised at the end of the day. I really wouldn't. I think it would be disappointing for sure. Someone said, I hope we can get Eze. Yeah, I really hope we can get Eze as well. I really hope that can happen as well. Only time will tell, though. That's the thing. Only time's going to tell if we will get Eze because obviously um, there are other clubs that will want him, and like I said, Bayern want him. So I'm not going to be surprised if they snatch him off our hands. I will be very sad about that. But it is football, and you have to be quick with these things. Like I'm surprised no one else has really got Gyokeres because I know we were wanting him. We were quite interested in him. So yeah, I know at one stage we definitely wanted him, but I just don't know really what happened next. But um, yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see that happen for sure. But big up to all you guys that are watching this. Obviously really appreciate your tuning in today. Like I said, if you have any questions about Arsenal, I'm happy to obviously read your comments as well. I know there might be a lot of you that are new here, so please do make sure you are subscribing to my channel too. And please do make sure you are smashing them likes on my show today. And let's get it to about 30 likes if we can. But like I said, there has been a few updates which I've spoken about. I'm happy to obviously answer any questions now, because obviously that's pretty much the latest sort of news that's been going on. And I think a lot of it is pretty much true, to be fair. I think Vieira is definitely someone who does want to play regular football, especially in Europe. So I'm not going to be surprised if he wants to go somewhere, play in Europa League, play in Champions League. It's just not being the right fit for us, and that's ultimately what it is down to. And I wish him well. But yeah, we're gonna have to see. Um, Big up Martin Ross, good to see you here. Hope you're good. Can't wait for Gyokeres to score at Old Trafford first game. Yeah, like I'm really excited to get this done, especially before that big game, because that game is going to be so important for us. I think we really have to, humble United, and really have to, I think he's going to be great. I really have a good feeling about Gyokeres. I think he's going to do really well. Um, this time, being at Arsenal, he's obviously wanted to be at an English club, and I think he's going to do really well. I'm really excited to see how he's going to do. And Man United have not gonna lie, they have barely done any business in this window. I know they've got Mabremo, I think they've got Kuna as well, but you look at other teams around you, they're not doing much at all. So that game could be a really easy win for Arsenal. Obviously, I hope it is an easy win, but yeah, I'm really happy how much business we have done. Obviously, there has been a lot of other clubs around us. I am hoping Liverpool do not get Isak, because I think if they do, then it is game over for a lot of us. Really, it's going to be so tough, really. But yeah, I'm really impressed with the business that we've been doing so far. Obviously, we need to keep doing what we're doing. I think for me, like, we all know, Rodrigo isn't going to happen. I think I think Arsenal definitely want to get Eze, but I definitely think we have a money problem. Um, so yeah, I just think we have to bring in a winger that's going to be prolific, that's going to really help us in our attack, because we know in the last we look quite predictable at times. We need a change of how we play, and obviously Gyokeres is going to be a part of that. But we also need some other players that are going to be beneficial for that. So yeah, I'm excited to see what we're going to bring to the team next season. But yeah, like I said, that is obviously the news for today. Like I said, if there's any other news, I will update you guys with that. But it's this window has been crazy. There's been so much business go on, and I'm really excited to see what will happen. But yeah, like I said, guys, I'm more than happy to answer any questions you guys have for me at the moment. Like I said, I'm happy to sort of do a Q&A a little bit for maybe for half an hour. Obviously I did do a show today, so big up to you guys that watched that as well. Big up James Leatham. Keep up the good work, Sophie. Thank you so much, James. I really appreciate your support as always. Obviously appreciate all you guys that are watching my show today. It's always good to see new people in the chat, of course. And like I said, I'm really grateful for all of your support as always. And yeah, I'm just happy that things are looking more exciting for Arsenal, because there obviously was a point where things were going really slow and things weren't where we wanted it to be. So I'm happy that things are developing in a really good pace for Arsenal. And like, you see other clubs are doing really good. You see other clubs that aren't doing as good. So it's nice knowing that we're doing things at a really fast pace and we're doing really good. So yeah, like I said, really happy with the Gyokeres situation. He is going to get his medical on Friday. So yeah, I'm excited to see who we're going to bring in. Obviously, I do expect to see outgoings happen. I think outgoings should happen. Because ultimately we have got quite a few players that we need to move on. But I don't know who we're going to sell, who Arteta might want to sell. There's so many possibilities that could happen. But Martin says Arsenal need to sell before buying. Absolutely, we have to get that done. We do have to sell, because ultimately, if we don't sell, we're not going to really bring in the players we want to. We need to make sure we are making money. We are bringing in players that are going to help us next season. Because Liverpool are no joke next season. Liverpool, if they're getting Etike, I know they might be selling Nunes. Diaz could possibly be on the move, so they're definitely improving their strength in their squad, which is very exciting. So yeah, I think definitely interesting to see how this window's been going. Obviously, I'm really sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but big up, Gaiden Kibbit. Let's go for it. Watching from Kenya. Oh, big up yourself. Big up Kenya as well. It's always lovely to see. new people in the chat as well. And like I said, I appreciate your support. Obviously, don't forget to subscribe here, of course, if you're new here to my channel. If you're watching for the first time, that'd be appreciated. But yeah, obviously, feel free, guys, to drop in any questions, any comments about Arsenal, and I will try to get through them all in this next half an hour. But Ron, again, good to see you here. Hope you're good. Hope you're having a good day. Are there any Arsenal players you are concerned about losing in this window? A good question. I think if you'd asked me at the start, Kivior was someone that I would have been quite upset about, if a bit upset, worried if he had to go. I think now I probably understand it a bit better, because ultimately we need to generate some money in some way, and if we're going to do that, then we do have to bring in Eze, or we have to bring in some better players. So Kivior's one that I would like to see stay, but I know he isn't part of Arteta's plans anymore, and that's just something that will happen. Trossard is someone that I feel like still has more potential, and I feel like if we let him go, I know we'll get money for him, and we could potentially get Eze or whoever we're going to get, but I just feel like we've seen obviously quite a bit of Trossard, but I feel like he has so much more potential, and I'd feel very sad about that if he did go, because I feel like he has more to give Arsenal. And on the other hand, with Martinelli, I just don't see how next season will be any different. I know he'll be motivated, he'll be excited to play with a new Arsenal. We've got a new players. We've brought in like 6 or 7 new players, so I'm sure he is raring to go. But I just think the ceiling is higher for Trossard. So at this moment, we do not know who is staying, who is going regarding Trossard. Martinelli. Arteta did say that nothing has developed just yet, but I think it would be a shame, really, wouldn't it, if we did have to see some of them players go. But I know that you have to be ruthless. We do. There are some players that I'm okay leaving more than other players, but I think it's a tough one, really, isn't it? Because you have to be ruthless in this game of football. So yeah, I do get that, but I think Trossard, I'd like to see him stay for another season. Martinelli, I think with Martinelli as well, we're gonna get. I think we're more likely to get more money for Martinelli, and that's why I'm thinking to myself to also hold out, let's see what happens, because we could get more money for him. So I think for me, I'm happy if Arsenal, keeping options open, seeing what happens, and seeing who can get the most money. But if we're being honest with Trossard, we'll get 20 million euros, which, if we're being honest, it doesn't feel like a lot of money. And yeah, I think on the other hand is if we're getting rid of Martinelli, Trossard 20 million, obviously Martinelli. How much you guys think we get with Martinelli? Because for me, I think we're getting a lot more than Trossard. Probably like, do you think we can get 40 million, 45 million for Martinelli, more than that? I think Martinelli, he's got so much potential. He does, and I think maybe, like I said, I'm open to both. If Trossard goes, if Trossard doesn't want to be a part of Arsenal and he doesn't want to be a bench player, I get that. He has his own right to go somewhere else. And I know Trossard has been linked to Fenerbahce, so I completely get that too. It's obviously an interesting conversation. At this point, I have no idea which one is going to go. I really don't. I'm obviously fascinated to see things happen in these next few weeks. But yeah, definitely interesting conversation for sure. I'm interested by it. I really am. I think it's interesting to see what is developing over these conversations in these upcoming weeks. But yeah, a good question from Ron. Obviously, I don't expect us to sell our big players that start in the 11. Other than Trossard and Martinelli. Kivior hasn't really been a starter. I know he stepped up when he had to, and he did a really good job at doing that. But I don't expect to see any other players, go. Beat yourself again. Good to see you in the chat. Can we still pursue the deal for Eze after selling fringe players? We really need him. Tell us more kindly. Big up yourself. Yeah, I think with Eze, obviously we do not know everything that goes on behind the scenes, but I'm under the impression with Eze, for us to get him, we need to sell some players. And like I said, I think we could get some money. We never know our money situation. We spent money on Madueke, we spent money on Norgard, Zubamendi, Kepa, and Gyokeres. I know Norgard and obviously Kepa being so cheap, and that's I don't think that's been an issue. But I think with Eze, I think if Arsenal want to get him, we have to sell so many players. I mean, I think we'll keep Califoy because I think we need some depth for sure. That's the problem. We don't want to sell too many players because we need to make sure we have that depth around the team. I do think we need to make sure that we are getting rid of some players. I mean, I'd personally, if I had it, I'd move Jesus on, I'd move Sichenko on. I think Kivior, for being honest, we have to get some money from him. Um, Possibly Trossard and Martinelli, one of them. So, yeah, I think I think we can still do it. Like you said, Godwin, we need to get Eze, we really do. I think he's going to be a favourite among Arsenal fans if we do get him. And yeah, that has definitely got to happen for me, and I really hope it can happen. But we're going to have to see because it depends who we're going to sell, how many players are we going to sell. Like we said, generating money is going to be important for us, and I hope we can generate that money. I really hope we can because we need to make sure that we're bringing in the best players we can for next season. And there's so many things like we never know how next season is going to go. We have amount of injuries, and these factors will definitely play a part. But as long as we're doing our best, as long as we're bringing in the best team we can possibly bring in, then I'll be happy for sure. So yeah, Eze is definitely one that I think about a lot. People ask me a lot about Eze, and I hope that does happen pretty soon. I hope it happens like sooner than later because he really will be an incredible sign for Arsenal. Like I can't wait to see him play for Arsenal. Like it feels like a dream to get Eze. So yeah, big up yourself for that question as well. Big up to all of you guys that are watching this. Like I said, I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have for me for today. And like I said, please don't forget to like this video. Of course, do subscribe here too if you are new around here, as I'm getting quite close to 3.5k. So yes, thank you guys for your support. Like I said, I'll probably be on here for about 20 or 30 more minutes. Whenever there's breaking news, I will obviously talk to you guys about it, as I always love having these conversations. It's always good to interact with you guys and hear what you guys have to say as well in the Arsenal community. So yeah, I love that. But yeah, big up to all of you guys that watch this. I really, really appreciate all of you joining me as well. It's been great to see obviously new faces in here. Always good to see new people in here as well. And yeah, big up you guys. Like I said, any questions I'm happy to go through. But with regarding Arsenal, I do think we're going to see some announcements this week. I think we'll see Madueke this week. I mean, I think it should happen this week. Actually, I think with Madueke, I have actually heard some stuff about him. I want to see if I've wrote it down on the phone. Actually, with Madueke, I have heard that he might not be flying away with us when we're doing our pre-season. I just want to check if I read that properly. So yeah, I think it's interesting with Adueke about that. I'm not going to be surprised because he's actually played a lot of football in the Club World Cup, and I think he deserves a rest. To be honest with you, I just want to have a look online to see if there's anyone news. Yeah, we are. I think we are going to expect to see that happen. And I think he's probably going to have a bit of a rest when he's been announced when he's signed. I think he'll have a rest. Obviously we have a lot of preseason games coming up soon, so yeah, I'm obviously excited to see that happen. Big up Steve Webb. It's the Gyokeres soap opera done. I'm not gonna lie to you, Steve. It has been driving me crazy, this news, because it's obviously great right now. But at the moment, it's honestly been crazy. It's been so back and forth. I'm not knowing what's happening. Are we going to sign him? Are we not going to sign him? It has been so crazy. So I think for me, it's a relief knowing that it's actually getting done. He's getting some medical on Friday. Like it's a big relief knowing that that is going to happen. But I do honestly agree with what you're saying. It's been crazy. It really has. It's been so back and forth, and it has been frustrating, to be honest with you guys, because you are thinking to yourself, like, is it going to happen? Are we going to sign him? Are we not going to sign him? It has been quite frustrating, to be honest with you. I think as rival fans, people are probably thinking, what's going on with Arsenal? Are they going to sign him? Are they not going to sign him? Like, I do get it. It has been quite repetitive. I mean, I've spoken about it quite a lot on here, but he has been in on the news. He has been the latest news, so I do want to obviously come on and chat about that too. Um, Obviously Madueke, he's gonna get signed. I think he's gonna be announced pretty soon. I think this week he should be announced. And we all know he's an Arsenal player now, and ultimately we have to get behind him and support him and hope he does really well and hope he does, flourish. Obviously he has signed a 5-year deal, and I think he's done his medical now, but yeah, I think this window so far with Gyokeres has been good, but we know we haven't. I don't think we've finished yet. I don't think we have the finished article. If we are being completely honest, we have more work to be done. So I hope we continue to work hard with this and keep getting the players that we need, because Eze is the one we all want as fans. I do believe Arteta and Berta want him too, but we need to make sure these deals are getting done ASAP because, as I mentioned, Bayern Munich have the interest in him too. So we have to make sure we do bring in these players, or other teams are going to want to snatch Eze off us. I mean, they've got Elise, I like him as well at Bayern, but we have to be careful. If we don't get these players, then they are going to go. So yeah, I do think, like I said, we have to be ruthless at this point of the season. We have to just bring in the players that we know are going to take us on to the next level. So yeah, excited to see obviously what will happen with that. I don't know, like I said, I don't think Madueke will be going to fly away with us actually, because he has played a lot of football with Chelsea with the Club World Cup. So obviously I don't expect that to happen. But I'm excited to see the pre-season tour. Obviously that'll be happening next week. I'm really excited to see that happen. Because I think it's always good to see your new players are going to be like at Arsenal, and it gives you that time to see the players settle in. And yeah, I would like Gokres to be there, but obviously I don't think that'll happen really. I don't think that's realistic if he's signing. I don't know when the players fly out. It might be at the weekend, but I think if we're being honest with what's going on at the moment, I don't think that is going to happen. But I'm excited. I really am to see these new players. I'm excited to see Norgard. Obviously Zubimendi. I think we'll probably see quite a few minutes of Kepa too. So like I said, there is so many players that we're going to see. It's a very, very exciting time at the moment for Arsenal, and like I said, I really can't wait for that. Obviously, if you guys are watching, let me know who you're excited to see in pre-season, because we're all going to have different players that we can't wait to watch, and I think that's pretty good that we have. I think we'll all have different favourites. I know Eze and Gokres are the ones that we clearly want, and I obviously would love to see Eze Arsenal. He would be a dream. He's been so good at Crystal Palace for so long, and yeah, um, Norgard for me is going to be someone that I can't um wait to see. But yeah, big up you guys. Obviously, that are watching this. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have for me. Of course, I really appreciate your support today. I'll probably be back tomorrow as well. Um, to see if there's any more updates about the women's team, the men's team. Like I said, when there's ever any updates, I will obviously be on here to chat about it. And yeah, big up to you guys that are watching this. I know it's about 25 of you, so yeah, thank you all for your support as well. And like I said, send any questions, any comments you have for me. Kepa would be good to see. Yeah, I'm interested to see how Kepa does. I expect Kepa to get minutes, like get quite a lot of minutes, to be honest with you, because we want to see his potential, what he's like at Arsenal with these players. And I know Kepa's not going to really get a lot of game time as much as Raya. Raya's obviously number one. So I'm interested to see that happen, the game time he'll get as well. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see with that, with our new signings, see how they'll do. I think a pre-season, I know it's completely different when you're actually playing a game, when you're actually in the league. When we have United away, our league games are completely different. But these things do prepare, these things do give you a good idea of what these players are going to be like. So I think for me, it's just interesting to see how these players are going to perform, and yeah, be like with other teammates. I mean, it would be great to have all of our players right now, like Eze and Gokres, but I know that obviously won't happen just yet. They are making us wait, they really, really are, and that's Arsenal for you, it really is. But like I said, we just have to be patient, we really do, and just see how it goes for Arsenal in pre-season. I'm really excited. Obviously the game, I think it kicks off, is it next Wednesday, I'm pretty sure, which I will be watching. So yeah, guys, exciting times. I do really hope Isak does stay at Newcastle. I'd be sad if he went. But yeah, I think for Arsenal perspective, like we'll have to know that there are teams that are going to be doing really good around us. But for us, as long as we're doing our business, if we get Gokres and Eze in Arsenal, and we have Madueke, Trossard, and Martinelli, we have Saka, we know our attack is amazing, and we know our attack is much more improved. So we have done all the best we can. I think we all know Rodrigo would be the icing on the cake, but I also know that it's probably more of a dream than a reality. I think there's players that we all want, but do we have the money? Have we got the budget to do that? I'm not sure we do. Like I said, only time is going to tell if we can do that, but I really hope that we can just continue to strengthen in January. It'll be interesting to see how we actually do up until January, because like I said, if other teams are strengthening then we have to keep getting better. I mean, Newcastle, I was worried Newcastle were going to actually have Etike and have Isak, but it seems that they're keeping Isak and Liverpool want Etike now. So it is really heating up. Things are definitely heating up and getting exciting. I'm really enjoying seeing what's going on at the moment. It has been quite fun to see, um, who is getting who. But yeah, I'm definitely interested to see all these new players come to the league as well. I do wonder how ruthless Arsenal are going to be in this window, because we really have to be ruthless. We really do, and I just hope we will be ruthless and bring in the right players that we need to bring in. Get rid of the players that won't really start or won't really get many minutes. Obviously with Ranieri, I spoke about him the other day. There hasn't been much of a development from what I've said, but I think with Ranieri, he's going to sign a new deal, which um obviously is so positive for Arsenal. And is exactly what we want to hear. So yeah, I'm gonna just give you guys an update on Ranieri if I can find one. So this was 20 hours ago from Sam Mockbell underscore BBC on Twitter, who said the expectation is that when Neri will sign a new contract at Arsenal, there is now a willingness from all parties to meet in the middle, and it would perhaps surprise if a deal isn't agreed by Sunday night. So that is obviously really positive news, because our academy players are obviously a big part of our future. We want to see that happen. So yeah, I think for me, it's obviously exciting to see new players coming to club, but I also think making sure your important players have signed new deals are just important. I think we've seen other players, we've seen the likes of Lewis Skelly sign a new deal, we've seen Gabriel sign a new deal, and I think when you see these players sign a new deal, it kind of might make other players around you want to do the same. So I'm obviously really excited to see when Neri sign a new deal. I do think in that deal, he's probably had discussions with Arteta, and he's probably said, listen, I'm happy with how things are going, but if I want to stay at Arsenal, I do want to get a certain amount of game time. I think when Neri, if I was him, I would be frustrated with the lack of game time he's had. I think it's been quite unfair, the lack of game time that Arteta has given him, if I am being completely honest with you guys. I think I'm not like saying when Neri should start. I'm not saying that at all, but I would like him to get 30 minutes, 20 minutes, like a bit more than what he's been getting. So yeah, I think when Neri's ceiling is so high, he's got so much potential, and like I said, I'm really excited to see him improve, keep getting better, developing as a player. And yeah, when Neri's someone that is like Lewis Skelly, he's come through the academy. We've all grown to love them both, and I know Lewis Skelly has actually ended up starting and being a regular on the team. And like I said, he deserves that too. But I'm just excited to see what's to come for them both. But like I said, they're both signing a new deal. It's going to be great. And it gives you that confidence boost knowing that he's probably not going to go anywhere for the next few years. He is going to be a big part of our future. And Lewis Smith Rowe, I personally hope that it would have ended a bit different and we would have kept Smith Rowe, but it hasn't worked out like that. And I just hope we can keep these academy players for years to come, and they can obviously go on to become legends of Arsenal. But like I said, winning stuff is going to be a big part of that. I really hope that we can win stuff and give them success, because they really deserve it. Be up yourself. I don't want to pronounce your name because I definitely think I'll get it wrong, but always good to see you in the chat. If you're new here, good to see you. Arsenal are so good at the moment. I think the feeling around Arsenal at the moment is definitely that positivity, that excitement for sure. I'm really excited to see what will happen. I'm really excited because it feels as though there's a lot of potential, there's a lot of exciting things coming up our way. So yeah, a really good comment there. So big up yourself. So yeah, so it does feel like a good time at the moment with new deals signing, and obviously Arsenal bringing in some great players as well. So it does. There feels like a real positive buzz at the moment around Arsenal, which I'm obviously really excited about and really interested to see how it will go for us. And like we have so much of the window left. I mean, I think with Rodrigo, it's still an option, but I think if Arsenal are going to get anyone, it will be Eze. I think he's more realistic. I think if Arsenal just sold a few of their players, they could probably generate that money to buy him. Um, like I said, if we saw Kivior, Zinchenko, maybe Jesus, Martinelli, Trossard, we could generate that money. So it can happen, but we do have to be careful because squad depth is quite important too. Big up 170 Gooder. What is the gossip? Well, I've spoken obviously a bit about quite a few players today, but with Gyokeres, the short of it is that Arsenal, obviously they've travelled to London to sort things out of Arsenal, and they've obviously wanted more than what we've already offered. But another report has said that the medical for Gyokeres is going to happen on Friday. So, like I said, you hear so much stuff. Sporting have been a bit of a nightmare to deal with this money situation, but it does seem to me like that is going to get done with them. I think it is done. He's getting his medical on Friday, so is pretty much a done deal now, but it has been a big problem because of the money situation. Arsenal have given them more than what they've wanted. We've obviously not wanted to pay a lot of money, have we? So, yeah, it's a really interesting one. But like I said, it's done now. It's obviously a deal that Arsenal have, gotten through, and he's now going to be an Arsenal player for the likes of it. But yeah, they've wanted more than what we've already paid for them, and I think it's just such a complicated situation, really. But yeah, obviously we're gonna have to see if he does, get his medical on Friday. I mean, so many players have had their medical already. I mean, Madueke's had his medical. I think Madueke is going to be the next player to be announced, followed by obviously whoever decides to be next. But I think after Gyokeres, we have to definitely put our focus on Eze, and we have to maybe get rid of some players. I know Vieira, Lokonga should be players that we need to loan or move on, because I have seen Lokonga, train at Arsenal, but ultimately he isn't going to be part of our future next season, is he? We have got midfielders in Norgard and Zubimendi, so yeah, it's an interesting one to see about that. But yeah, I think Eze, like I said, not too much has happened with Eze. We're gonna have to see what happens with that. So yeah, like I said, feel hopeful that more things are going to come for Arsenal. I would love like a surprise signing, someone that we might not expect. But Anthony Gordon for me has been someone that I would like, but I don't know if Arsenal would actually go for him. I think Liverpool would probably go for him. I think it's off the cards now. I think we've had our chance really. If we were going to sign him, it would have happened by now. To be honest with you, um, I mean, it's crazy with the Madueke situation that happened literally overnight. That happened so quick. So anything could happen. Anything can change overnight, really. So yeah, we're gonna have to see. Like I said, what's going to happen in the next few days regarding obviously Eze as well. I really do hope things will keep developing in the right direction for Arsenal. But big up to you guys that are watching this. I'll probably end this in about 10 minutes, as I've nearly been here for an hour. But like I said, I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have. Obviously, big ups to all of you guys that are watching this. I'm really grateful for all of your support. Please do make sure you are subscribing to my channel and liking this video, and sending any Arsenal questions that you obviously want me to answer as well. As I said, probably back tomorrow as well if there is any more information, any more updates regarding Arsenal. I know the women's team had an update today, and I did do a show on that earlier today. So yeah, it's definitely looking exciting for the women's team as well. Both men and Arsenal, both men and the women's team are definitely getting things done pretty quick. So that's exactly what you're going to be. You have to be ruthless. You have to get things done ASAP. And obviously we are doing that, which I'm really excited about. But when Gyokeres signs, that is going to be a sign that will get us fans, excited. We'll be very happy about that. So yeah, I can't wait for Gyokeres to be announced. I think if his medical is on Friday, realistically probably announced next week. Next, week after that. Also going to make us wait. They really will. They know what we're like, and they will be absolutely excited for that. And they know, we'll have to be very patient. So yeah, obviously that's going to happen as well. And yeah, pretty much that is obviously the latest news. Obviously I will quickly go through, obviously to anyone that hasn't missed, obviously I did speak about Mosquera as well before, who said his goodbye to his teammates, and obviously he was a bit sad about going, but he's really happy to join Arsenal. Obviously the fee for him is 20 million euros. He left the Valencia airport around 7:30 a.m. this morning, and he's travelling to London to undergo his medical and signed for a long-term deal. I think his long-term deal, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 5 years, because a lot of these players' deals have been quite long, haven't they? I mean, I know we have seen a few players that have had 2 year deal, but a lot of these players have really had quite a long time at Arsenal. 5 years is a very long time for me. Like you have to do well in that 5 years for me. So yeah, it's a while, but ultimately, I think definitely Gabriella and Skelly do deserve to stay here for that length of time because they're a big part of our future. And I know Real Madrid were looking at Lewis Skelly. So I am happy that we're making sure we are going to bring in some of these amazing players as well. But yeah, I do hope we get to see like new contracts of like Lewis of Saka. Obviously I think Trossard ends soon. I don't think he'll be extending his deal. I do want to see Saliba stay as well. So there's definitely a lot of new contracts that I do want to see extend at Arsenal. So we're going to have to see what will develop with that, of course. But yeah, it has been, I'm not going to lie to you guys, it has been a crazy few days. Obviously, Viktor Gyokeres, his fee is going to be around 64 million. Obviously, Madueke is 52, I think. Mosquera is 20 million. So we have spent a lot of money really this window. I mean, I know we've got a lot of cheap deals, and I'm really happy about that because I know for the likes of Norgard, Kepa, they've been very cheap, and we've been able to do that. So we can be ruthless. We can really bring in these players, and Arteta knows Arsenal need to improve next season. So I definitely think we are being ruthless, and we are bringing in some top quality. I know our midfield is going to be completely different next season because we're going to miss out on a few players, but I don't have any problems with the players we have brought in. I know Madueke is my only doubt, to be honest with you. I do have doubts about the midfield as well because I do worry that we might not be as good there. We might struggle, especially with those chance creations and things like that. But yeah, we've gotta be optimistic and hope that we're gonna have a really good squad. Pre-season is gonna be exciting for that. I'm excited to see how we're gonna do for that in pre-season. Big up AMW Football, big up yourself. I've not seen you here before, so always good to see new people in the chat. Obviously, always lovely to see new people around here, guys. And don't feel free to say any comments, any questions in this chat, of course. And I'm happy to answer any questions you guys obviously have. Um, like I said, I'll probably stay on there for a little bit longer to answer any sort of questions you want me to answer. Like I said, I pretty much chatted about all there is about the rumours, the transfer updates, all of that stuff. It's been a very exciting time, for Arsenal. So, yeah, I'm very happy with how things are developing at the moment. And yeah, I think we just need to be ruthless. We need to get rid of some of these players, to be honest with you, if we want to have a successful window. I'm happy to keep some players for squad depth, Ben White, and other players like him and Calafiori. I think Kivior is going to be someone that we will move on. I think that is just going to happen. But as long as we're able to bring in Eze and bring in these players and fund some of these players, then I'm going to be happy with that. As long as we're doing the right thing. Big up big up yourself, and big up keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Big up yourself. Always lovely to see new people in here as well. Always good to see new faces around here. So obviously big up to all of you guys that are new here as well. Big up to the regulars as well. It's always good to see new people, the same people that continue to show their support and watch my shows all the time. So obviously thank you so much for that. But yeah, I'll probably stay on here for about 5-10 minutes, guys. So obviously, if you've got any questions you want to send through, obviously more than happy to go through them and continue to chat with that. But like I said, I'll definitely be back tomorrow because I have a feeling we're going to hear more updates tomorrow. Like literally every 24 hours, every 48 hours, there's always updates. It's just never ending. So yeah, obviously big up to you guys for your support. You're all great on here. So yeah, there's always updates. There's always things to talk about, which I think is so great because at least it's not boring. At least that we have things to talk about. Which I think is amazing because Arsenal are clearly doing what they should be doing. But yeah, you hear a lot of rumors. I mean, some of them are not true. Some of them, I think, a lot of things are clickbait and are just things to drag you in. But I always say to you guys, pardon me. I mean, Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein are the ones that I would definitely tell you guys are reliable. They are definitely the ones that you can watch and know that they are telling the truth, and they wouldn't lie. So I think with a lot of people, you are going to see a few fibs. You are going to see lies there as well. But as long as, you know, I always update you guys on that. And like I said, when there's announcement videos, I'll always do videos on that, because it's always good to see other people's perspectives on new signings. I mean, we'll have a different opinions. I mean, like I said, Gyokeres is one that I hope can really do really well at Arsenal in the season coming up. I really am rooting for him. I really am. I hope he can do really well. And like I said, I hope he has confidence and wants to prove people wrong. People, I guess, us. I mean, like I said, I mean, there's definitely difference between having your opinion, being respectful, and saying that I'm not sure he's going to be the right fit, but obviously I hope he does work for Arsenal. Then abuse is different. We know that's definitely crossing the line. So I think, as fans, I think we're definitely entitled to have our opinion on players. If they're not good enough, I think we have our right to share that. But ultimately, if we don't think players are doing a job, we also have our right to express that too. So yeah, I think I really hope all these players do really well, whoever we do sign at Arsenal. So yeah, guys, obviously I know there's about 23 of you watching right now, so really appreciate all of you joining in on my show today. Please do make sure you are liking this video, and obviously you are subscribing as well to my channel. Like I said, if you've got any last questions before I wrap up this show, then obviously feel free to send them through, and I'm happily go through them. But like I said, it has been really great to chat with you all today, and it has been a crazy window at the moment. It has been so much going on, which has been, you know, great, I can't lie. But yeah, I hope with Van there we'll see him sign a new deal. We'll hear an announcement on that soon. It's good to make sure we are keeping these players for our future and not moving them on anytime soon. But yes, there hasn't actually been an update other than apparently United are interested in Nicholas Jackson, so you know they can do that as long as he doesn't go to Arsenal. I'll be happy. But yeah, just checking. There hasn't no more updates about Arsenal at the moment. But like I said, when there is updates, I'll always come in here and give you guys some updates and let you guys know the latest, because I think it's good to chat with you guys. It's always enjoyable to have these conversations with all of you, even if you're not an Arsenal fan. It's really great to chat with you all in the chat, and yeah, I always really do appreciate your support. Like I said, if we'll hear, I'm definitely going to hear more of Gyokeres in the next day or two. We are going to hear so much about that. So obviously when things do happen and when things are going to change, I will obviously be on here to discuss that. But unfortunately there hasn't been a here we go yet, I don't think, so it's really frustrating. No, there hasn't been any yet. It's annoying. I want to hear like a here we go, Eze's coming to Arsenal. That'd be my dream. I'd love to hear that, but unfortunately we haven't heard that at the moment. It's all been pretty quiet on that. So yeah, we'll have to see what will happen in these next couple of days and how things obviously are going to develop and go from here. But right now, that is obviously pretty much it. So send any last questions you guys have, of course, and I'll obviously answer them. Before I do round the show up, obviously, if you guys are interested in Arsenal women, I did do a show before, so you're more than welcome to check that out. And yeah, appreciate your support, guys. And big up Brian. I hope you're good. I think you are new here. I've not seen you here before, so big up yourself. Terry Gyokeres is a done deal. I think it pretty much is, to be fair. I mean, he's getting his medical on Friday, which is what I've heard. So if that is the case, then I'm pretty sure that is a done deal. I haven't heard that directly from, obviously, Fabrizio Romano that he's getting his medical. I'm trying to see where I found that information. Obviously, I did see it on Twitter, so it could be true. I think it will be true. Is Anna Kate Bob on Daphne's level? To be fair, I've not seen too much of her, but from what I've seen, I think Daphne is quite a clear number one. I think she's gonna be a strong number two choice, but I don't think that there will be much competition. I think she's going to be a solid second choice. I think definitely it's going to be hard to get at Daphne's level because Daphne is so good at Arsenal, and I think with that strong defence behind her, she's just so good. So I think it's going to be hard to get to her level, to be honest with you. But yeah, I do wonder as well. I said before on the show, does that mean that Sinsberger's going? Like, what does this actually mean? Like, there's so many questions about this, like what it actually means. So yeah, I'm definitely interested for that. But yeah, big up to Ford and football. Good to see you. Hope you're good. Please do check out his channel, guys, because he's been doing some content at the moment. I always do check out what you're doing because you're killing it. Big up, Sophie. Hope you're well. I'm good, thank you. I hope you're good too. Big up Lavin J. Big up Soph. The Gokras saga is stressing me out. Yeah, me too. It's been so stressful. It's been really frustrating. It's been ongoing, and it's been like it's just constant, isn't it? We think we're getting him, and things change, and then but Lavin, it looks like now we are going to get him, and things are going to go our way, and he is actually going to become an Arsenal player. So it might actually go a good way for us, and I hope it does because we need a player like him at Arsenal, and like I said, Sporting haven't made it easy for us, but as long as we can get this done, then I'm going to be happy. He's going to really take Arsenal to another level. I truly believe that. So yeah, I just want this saga to be over. Like I said, I spoke about him so much that I don't even need to think about what I'm saying anymore. I literally say it so much. But yeah, I do hope Gokras will be done over the line, and hopefully we can just enjoy having him at Arsenal. I don't actually know if Gokras is about the pre-season. Is he going to be here at any point? I really have no idea. I really don't. Like I said, guys, I'm going to round this up in a few minutes. I just want to obviously answer last questions that you guys have for me. How many goals minimum should Gokras have to score, and should he be on pens? I think is it Odegaard or Saka that are on pens at the moment? It has been a while that I've kind of forgot. I think who takes our penalties? Because I've seen so many different people take them. Is it Odegaard that takes them? I'm trying to think. I've seen so many different players take them. Because Odegaard's our captain, so I think he is. I don't mind, like, if he takes penalties, possibly, but I think Saka's quite good at penalties, so I'm not too fussed about the penalties, but I'm going to be honest. I've seen his stats. I've seen how many goals he can get. But in his first season, I'm going to be easy on him. I'm going to be realistic and not expect too much of him. So I want him to get 20 goals and more. I want him to get, and I think he can get that. We've not had a player that can do that in the league for such a long time, probably since Aubameyang. So for me, that's definitely going to be something that will happen. We have to get someone that can get us that amount of goals, and yeah, it might be hard to ask, but 20 plus of goals I want to see from him, but obviously only time will tell. With penalties, I'm not too fussed, to be honest with you. I'm quite open about that because I don't mind Saka taking penalties. It's just Saka or Odegaard. I think one of them takes penalties. I completely forgot it's been such a while. Um, so yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens. I love the boy Gokras, but I don't trust the gaffer to do right by him. Do you mean like bringing him to Arsenal? Do you not trust that happening, or do you not trust how we'll play? I think we need to get this done ASAP because I do want to see him in pre-season. I want to see how he sort of plays, how that's going to be, and with Arsenal, how that's going to sort of work out for us. So I think for me, I hope it gets done soon. We need to get it done. We need to get it over the line for sure. Like I said, I'm excited to see that deal happen. I think it's the right thing for Arsenal. We just need to be ruthless. We've paid what we've paid now, and to be fair, it's now on them to really get it done. But like I said, I have heard the medical is happening on Friday, and if that's the case, then obviously I'm made up with that, and that's going to be great, and I'm really excited for that. But yeah, like I said, I think we need to get it done. We absolutely do. We need to get that over the line, because ultimately I think he's gonna be the difference for Arsenal next season. I think he'll definitely help us get over the line. So yeah, I'm very excited to see him come to Arsenal. If he's getting his medical, and if that's true, then I'm happy about that. I really am. I'm really excited to see him come to Arsenal. But like I said, I will be back tomorrow. These next few days, there's going to be so many videos probably from me. Obviously, the Lionesses are back as well this week, so I will be doing some content around that as well. Um, like I said, I will wrap the show up now in a couple of minutes as I have gone through your questions. I'm pretty sure I've gone through every question on here. So, like I said, I'm more than happy to answer any questions you guys do. Obviously, throw at me, you guys, you have for me. And yeah, big up to all of you guys that have watched my show today. I've really enjoyed it. I just want to ask this quickly. When will the Douglas fix be released? I generally don't know actually. I want to actually see if I can. Someone asked me that a few weeks ago, and I still don't know. I don't know if it's around September. Let's see. When do let me have a look. So I don't know. I hope it is soon. I really do. I don't actually know. It has been a while, hasn't it? I'm just trying to have a look because I think the league start in about September time. I'm just trying to find out for you guys. Yeah, I hope it is soon. I do want to know who we have the first game of the season. I hope it's not Chelsea or Man City. Um, to answer your question, I'm not too sure at the moment. I'll try and find out for you for next time. Really hope that it is sooner than later because I just want to know. I want to know who we have in our first few games, last game of the season. That all that stuff's exciting. I do apologise. I won't go in a minute. I just want to go through your questions. Hello there. How far, Eze? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's not much of an update. I think Arsenal just need to generate some money for Eze. I think Arsenal do want Eze, but like I said, it is a. I think we are facing a money problem. I think with these players that we're bringing in, um, I do believe Arsenal really want Eze. I just think that we probably have to sell some of our best players, but Bayern have also shown interest in Eze, so I am getting a little bit worried now if we're actually going to get him. But yeah, that we need Eze. I'm with you, Tanka. We need him. Yeah, I really hope it can happen. Not much is developed. It's just said that Arsenal look to eye up Eze as their next target. So Arsenal have definitely got interest in Eze. It's just about whether or not it's going to happen. Can we afford to bring him in? And we have to afford. We have to bring him to the carpet. We have to bring Eze here to Arsenal. So it's for me, it's about a matter of time whether it happens or not. But yeah, hopefully it'll happen. Obviously, big up to all you guys that have watched my show today. I'm going to end this now as I've been on here for over an hour. Please do obviously share the stream. Obviously, subscribe here, please, if you are new here. Obviously, big up to all those new people that have subscribed to my channel today and checked my content out. I have really appreciate your support. I really love chatting with you guys today, so thank you all for watching. I will be back tomorrow because I have no doubt tomorrow there's going to be something new to talk about. But big up to all of you lovely people. Pardon me, whether you're an Arsenal fan, not an Arsenal fan, I always appreciate you all in this chat. But yeah, I'll see you very soon. Like I said, please do smash likes, do subscribe, do all of that stuff for me. And I hope you all do have a wonderful day, evening, night, whatever you are. And I will see you very soon. Bye guys.